This is Agent Quick Case, responding to the alert. I have eyes on the target. No backup requested yet. Item is isolated. Seemingly self-activated. The sensors are practically off the charts, but I don't see anyone else here. No, not even animals. That is strange. This place should be crawling with mice this close to the dockyards. I'm going to move in. Oh, that's not good. Command, come in. There's some sort of marking on the floor around the artifact. A circular pattern, like a mandala, but with more math added in. I'm not sure if the artifact is powering it, or it's just surrounding the item, but I'm going to get a closer look unless advised otherwise. Affirmative. Initiating contact with markings in 3, 2, 1, mark. Command, I have confirmed that it is a container for the artifact, and likely what is causing the magical disturbances nearby. Negating the energy signature of the device itself is likely drawing a significant amount of energy from the surrounding buildings. No, we don't need Agent Frightgeist for this. He's been busier than ever lately, and I don't need to call in backup on something so trivial. Besides, I practically wrote the manual on runic diffusal. Oh wait, that's right. I did write the manual on it, in case you had forgotten. Oh, wow. I apologize for my remarks. I did not realize how new you were. But yes, I wrote the manual on techniques for diffusal of magical and runic glyphs and wards. Now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer, I do not think this one is terribly complicated. In fact, it looks like it was either put here by a real amateur, or the item itself may have generated it. You would be surprised at how often that happens. No, magic never went completely away. But after the second collapse, a lot of it went dormant, and enchanted items or items of power became useless paperweights with shiny baubles and chicken scratch on them. Now that magic is surging again, a lot of those items are reactivating. Well, some do it of their own accord, like this one seems to have, and others only do it after being recovered. The agency tries to recover as many as possible before they activate, but we can't always get to them in time. Yeah, thankfully nobody was around for this one. receiving a video feed of this from my helmet? Good. It will be a good, practical first lesson for you. Look at how these bits of wood are scattered and splintered, and how that board over there is bowed out in the middle. I would lay even odds that after finally recovering enough ambient energy, this thing exploded out of its crate and set up this ward to protect itself while it harvested more energy. Yes, and these are some of the artifacts that can be the most dangerous. Some of them just siphon off harmless energy like heat or moisture, or in one very bizarre instance, nitrogen. But sometimes they can siphon off important things like life essence or soul matter. Judging by the power fluctuations in the grid in this part of the city, I'd say this one is sucking down electricity. But this is why agents are issued blue chalk before every mission, newbie. Most of the wards you'll see can be negated with them. You just have to know what sigils to add and which ones to erase. Yeah, apparently it has to be blue. Something about the resonant harmonic frequencies of chromatic-based energy manipulation. You would have to ask the eggheads in R&D about it. I'm afraid I cannot give you a good explanation. Well, I will say that one time some cocky upstart agent lost their chalk, or left it at home, or something along those lines. It doesn't really matter. We were on a mission, and he did not have his. So he ran into a drugstore and picked up a pack of sidewalk chalk. It didn't have any blue, so he used green instead. I can't tell you why, but he nearly lost an arm from it, and 3 of his fellow agents had backward knees for 3 days as a result. And... alright, done. Let's test this again. Okay. My hand can pass safely through the barrier, so I am now going to enter the field. By the sparks. Command, are you seeing this? I don't know if it's just my optic sensors, but this is incredible. It's not coming through. I think this ward may be more complex than I initially thought. It looks like everything around me is trees and forest. Like I've gone through time before the city was even built. It's amazing. I could stay looking at this forever. What? Right, of course. The artifact. Let me just identify it first, so I can neutralize it for transport. Oh. was explained that. No, I'm just a foolish drone. This is an orb of euphoria. Some sort of meditation aid from before the collapse. It projects intense feelings of calm, as well as sensory input of the pre-programmed meditation space. This one is especially potent. I'm amazed it was able to have an effect on me. That should not be able to happen. I'm going to deactivate it for transport. It isn't safe to move while it's turned on. No, they all follow a relatively similar structure, like a circular puzzle cube. Well, allegedly, it was a test to make sure that it worked. Only those calmed enough through meditation to rise above their emotions would be able to deactivate it. It was a tool for the masters, and a way to teach. Also, they needed to be able to turn it on again, which not just anyone could do. Yes, I suppose it is a shame that it's going to be locked up. But that's also for safety's sake. Imagine the harm that could be done with this in the wrong hands. Or if someone managed to connect it to the internet and broadcast its signal globally. Don't laugh. It's happened before. Though, you may not remember it. The agency cleans its tracks well. Let me just... Good. And that's the end of that. No, I don't need a pickup. Thank you. I think I will prefer walking right now. This part of the city rarely sees agency efforts, and it does not hurt to show a reassuring face. 10-4 command. I will be back at base soon. Over and out.